A hotel receptionist makes the mistake of humiliating a guest trying to check in, unaware that it's none other than Hollywood star Keanu Reeves, who also happens to be the hotel's owner. What happens next is a lesson in humility. The Starlight Grand Hotel stood as a monument to architectural elegance, its glass facade reflecting the late afternoon sun like a crystalline beacon of luxury. The lobby breathed sophistication, marble floors polished to a mirror shine, crystal chandeliers casting delicate prisms of light, in an atmosphere that whispered exclusivity. Keanu Reeves stood before the reception desk, a study in understated presence. His leather jacket, softened by years of wear, hung casually on his frame. A simple black t-shirt underneath, paired with well-worn jeans, contrasted sharply with the hotel's opulent surroundings. His weathered boots, traces of dust from what seemed like a long journey, told stories of travel and authenticity. Emily Thompson, the hotel's front desk receptionist, embodied corporate precision. Her platinum blonde hair was pulled back in a severe bun, designer glasses perched on a nose that seemed permanently tilted in judgment. Perfectly manicured nails clicked rapidly against the keyboard, each tap a subtle expression of her impatience. The lobby's ambient sounds, soft classical music, distant conversations, the subtle hum of air conditioning, created a backdrop of artificial refinement. A faint scent of expensive cologne mixed with industrial-strength cleaning solution hung in the air, a peculiar blend of luxury and sterility. "Name?" Emily demanded, her voice cutting through the lobby's ambient noise with surgical precision. There was no warmth, no welcome, just pure, unadulterated bureaucratic efficiency. "Keanu Reeves," he responded, his voice a gentle whisper that carried decades of experience and quiet resilience. Emily's response was instantaneous. A sharp, derisive laugh escaped her perfectly lipsticked mouth, a sound that seemed designed to humiliate. "Right. And I'm the Queen of England," she said, her tone dripping with sarcasm. The surrounding guests, a mix of business travelers, wealthy tourists, and corporate executives, began to take notice. Heads turned subtly, conversations dropped to hushed whispers. Keanu felt the weight of their collective gaze, a crushing pressure that threatened to expose every vulnerability. "Sir," Emily continued, her voice rising slightly, attracting more attention, "we don't just check in anyone who claims to be a celebrity. This is a five-star establishment. We require proper identification and reservations." Keanu remained calm, his eyes revealing a depth of understanding that transcended the immediate humiliation. Years of personal struggles, the loss of loved ones, media scrutiny, personal challenges, had tempered his spirit. Where another might have erupted in anger, he maintained a profound composure. "I have a reservation," he said softly, reaching into his jacket pocket. Emily interrupted before he could produce any documentation. "Save it. I've heard every possible story. If you were truly Keanu Reeves, you'd look different. More polished. More." She gestured dismissively, "Hollywood." The irony was profound. Here was a man known for his humility, his rejection of typical Hollywood glamour, being mocked for exactly the qualities that made him extraordinary. His authenticity was being used as a weapon against him. The lobby's temperature seemed to drop. The crystal chandeliers suddenly felt like witnesses to a public execution of dignity. Keanu's hands, strong yet gentle, hands that had fought in movie choreographies, hands that had supported charitable causes, remained perfectly still. "I understand," he said, a phrase that held more dignity than any confrontational response could. Emily smirked, clearly believing she had successfully prevented some sort of fraudulent check-in. Little did she know, the man standing before her was about to reveal a truth that would shatter her perceived world of control. The stage was set. The players were in position. And the first act of a remarkable transformation was about to begin. Keanu Reeves' life had been a complex tapestry of pain and perseverance. Born to a Hawaiian Chinese father and an English mother, he'd navigated a world that rarely offered simple belonging. His childhood was a landscape of constant movement, shifting between Hawaii, New York, and Canada, each relocation a testament to instability. The most profound wound came early. When Keanu was just 3 years old, his father abandoned the family, leaving behind a void that would shape his entire understanding of human relationships. His mother, Patricia, became both a shield and a struggle, working tirelessly as a costume designer, moving constantly to provide for her children, fighting her own battles with addiction and survival. Throughout his teenage years, Keanu was a misfit. Diagnosed with dyslexia, he struggled academically but found solace in creative pursuits. Hockey became his first passion, a sport that demanded discipline, teamwork, and resilience. He was good, but not exceptional. Each missed goal, each bruise, each moment of not quite fitting in became another layer of his developing emotional armor. Acting wasn't just a career for Keanu, it was a form of survival. His first roles were small, often overlooked. Directors saw potential beneath the surface, a raw authenticity that couldn't be manufactured. River's Edge introduced him to the world, a glimpse of a talent that would soon transform Hollywood's landscape. In the hotel lobby, as Emily continued her verbal assault, Keanu's mind drifted to the memories that had forged his extraordinary resilience. The loss of his longtime girlfriend Jennifer in a car accident had been a crucible of pain. They were expecting a child, a son who would never draw breath, stillborn, crushing their dreams in an instant of unimaginable tragedy. This loss could have destroyed him. Many would have succumbed to depression, to anger, to a bitterness that consumes. But Keanu chose a different path. He channeled his grief into compassion, into understanding the fragility of human existence. His charitable work became not just a gesture, but a profound statement of healing. Hollywood knew him as an action star, a heartthrob, but few understood the depth of suffering behind his gentle eyes. Each role he chose, each character he embodied, carried fragments of his personal journey, a quiet rebellion against the stereotypes that sought to define him. His generosity was legendary, yet rarely publicized. Stories circulated of his quiet kindness, giving away millions to film crew members, buying motorcycles for stunt teams, supporting cancer research. These weren't publicity stunts but genuine expressions of a soul that understood profound loss and the healing power of unexpected compassion. The entertainment industry had tried to break him multiple times. Critics who didn't understand his unconventional approach, media outlets hunting for scandalous narratives, industry politics that demanded conformity, he had weathered them all with a grace that seemed almost supernatural. Behind the public persona, Keanu was a strategic thinker. His investments were carefully considered, not just in films, but in human experiences and tangible assets. Real estate, production companies, technology startups, he built a portfolio that reflected his understanding of long-term value. The Starlight Grand Hotel represented more than just another investment. It was a testament to his belief in creating spaces of excellence, of providing experiences that transcended mere transactions. Each property was carefully selected, meticulously managed, a reflection of his own journey of transformation and resilience. Now, in this moment of public humiliation, those years of silent struggle converged. Emily's words were just another wave in an ocean of challenges he had already survived. His hands, calloused from martial arts training for films, remained steady. His eyes, deep pools of understanding, revealed nothing of the internal storm. Success for Keanu had never been about fame or money. It was about authenticity, about maintaining humanity in an industry that often stripped individuals of their essence. As she continued her tirade, mocking what she perceived as an imposter, Keanu remained a study in controlled emotion. Years of meditation, of processing grief, of understanding the human condition had prepared him for precisely this moment. The lobby continued its elegant dance around them, wealthy guests moving like polished pieces on a sophisticated chessboard, completely unaware of the drama unfolding at the reception desk. Little did Emily know that her moment of perceived triumph was about to become her most spectacular professional downfall. The lobby's elegant atmosphere had transformed into a theater of subtle cruelty. Emily Thompson's voice carried a razor-sharp edge, each word meticulously designed to strip away Keanu's dignity. The surrounding guests, a collection of wealthy travelers and business executives, began to take more than casual interest in the unfolding drama. "Sir," Emily announced, her voice deliberately loud enough to attract attention, "if you're truly Keanu Reeves, you'll need to provide more than just a name. This hotel doesn't entertain fantasies or allow random people to create scenes in our lobby." Keanu remained silent, a strategy born of years of media training and personal resilience. His eyes, deep and reflective, absorbed the moment without revealing the internal landscape of emotions. The subtle muscle twitch near his jaw was the only indication of the mounting tension. Around them, the hotel's opulence seemed to mock the moment. Crystal chandeliers sparkled with indifferent elegance, marble floors reflected the scene like a cold, unforgiving mirror. The classical music playing softly in the background created a surreal contrast to the public humiliation unfolding. Emily's colleagues exchanged uncomfortable glances. Some recognized the potential risk of their receptionist's aggressive approach, but no one dared interrupt. Corporate protocol and fear of confrontation kept them silent witnesses to the unfolding spectacle. "I'll need you to leave," Emily continued, her manicured hand subtly moving toward the security button beneath the reception desk. "Impersonation is a serious offense, and we take hotel security very seriously." A group of businessmen near the lobby's seating area began recording the interaction on their smartphones, sensing something extraordinary was happening. The viral potential of the moment was not lost on them, a potential celebrity confrontation brewing in real time. Keanu's mind drifted to the countless moments of challenge he'd faced. The loss of his daughter, the media's scrutiny, personal struggles that would have broken lesser spirits. This moment was just another test, another opportunity to demonstrate grace under pressure. "I understand," he responded softly, his voice a study in controlled emotion. Those 3 words carried more dignity than any aggressive response could. They revealed a depth of character that transcended the immediate humiliation. Emily, emboldened by what she perceived as weakness, doubled down. "Security will escort you out if you don't leave immediately," she declared, her fingers hovering near the alert system. The power dynamics were clear, she believed she held absolute control. Little did she know, the man standing before her was about to reveal a truth that would shatter her carefully constructed world of perceived authority. The lobby held its collective breath. Guests watched, smartphones ready, anticipating the next moment of this unexpected drama. The classical music continued its elegant dance, oblivious to the human tension unfolding. Keanu's portfolio of investments, carefully cultivated over years, included significant real estate holdings. The Starlight Grand Hotel was not just another property, but a strategic asset in his diverse business portfolio. Each detail of the property, from its marble floors to its crystal chandeliers, was intimately familiar to him. Emily continued her performance, unaware that each word was digging a professional grave deeper and deeper. Her confidence was a mask, hiding an underlying insecurity that drove her need to demonstrate power. The surrounding guests began to murmur. Some recognized Keanu, others were simply captivated by the rising tension. Smartphones continued to capture every moment, each second potentially becoming a viral sensation. As the confrontation reached its peak, the lobby seemed to hold its collective breath. Emily's moment of perceived triumph was about to transform into her most spectacular professional nightmare. The stage was set. The players were in position. And the first act of a remarkable transformation was about to begin. The lobby's tension had become a living, breathing entity. Emily Thompson's confidence radiated like a toxic perfume, her perfectly styled blonde hair and crisp white blouse the uniform of corporate superiority. She had dealt with countless problematic guests, but this moment felt different, more charged, more electric. The hotel's architectural design seemed to amplify the drama. Massive floor-to-ceiling windows framed the scene, allowing afternoon light to cast long, dramatic shadows across the marble floor. Expensive artwork adorned the walls, silent witnesses to human interactions that ranged from the mundane to the extraordinary. "Final warning," she announced, her voice cutting through the lobby's ambient sounds. "Either produce legitimate identification or we'll have security remove you from the premises." A small crowd had gathered, businessmen with smartphones raised, hotel guests with a mix of curiosity and second-hand embarrassment, staff members watching with increasing discomfort. Keanu remained a study in controlled dignity, his leather jacket slightly wrinkled, his demeanor speaking volumes where words might fail. The hotel's general manager, Richard Henderson, emerged from his office. A portly man in his mid-50s with a meticulously tailored suit, he approached the reception desk with measured steps. His reputation for customer service was well known, but today, he seemed more interested in supporting his aggressive young receptionist than investigating the truth. Years of corporate training had taught Richard to prioritize his staff's judgment over potential guest complaints. His eyes, sharp and calculating, scanned Keanu with a mixture of suspicion and mild disdain. The unspoken corporate hierarchy was clear, the receptionist's word carried more weight than this seemingly disheveled guest. "Is there a problem here?" Richard asked, his voice a calculated blend of professional concern and underlying threat. Emily seized the opportunity. "This gentleman claims to be Keanu Reeves but cannot provide any identification. He's creating a disturbance and refusing to leave." Her fingers, adorned with an expensive engagement ring, tapped nervously against the reception desk, a subtle tell of her internal uncertainty. Keanu's eyes, deep, reflective pools of patience, moved between Emily and Richard. Years of media training, of understanding human dynamics, had prepared him for moments of unexpected confrontation. Where another might have erupted in anger, he remained a beacon of calm. The surrounding guests began taking sides. Some whispered support for Keanu, recognizing a hint of his famous features. Others seemed entertained by the unfolding drama, their smartphones capturing every moment of potential viral content. A young woman in a designer suit discreetly zoomed her camera, capturing every nuanced expression. "Sir," Richard addressed Keanu directly, "our policy is clear. Without proper identification, we cannot verify your identity or allow you to proceed with check-in." A subtle tension rippled through Keanu's body, not of anger, but of a deeper, more profound understanding. This was more than a simple misunderstanding. This was a microcosm of systemic judgment, of quick assumptions that stripped away individual humanity. The lobby's sophisticated sound system continued playing soft jazz, creating an ironically smooth backdrop to the escalating confrontation. Expensive perfumes and cologne mixed with the sterile scent of industrial cleaner, a peculiar atmosphere of forced elegance. Emily's confidence grew with each passing moment. She believed she was protecting the hotel's reputation, maintaining its exclusive image. Her actions were a performance, a demonstration of power to her colleagues and the watching guests. "I suggest you leave," she said, her voice dripping with condescension. Immediately. The lobby's marble floors seemed to vibrate with unspoken tension. Crystal chandeliers cast intricate shadows, creating a theatrical backdrop to this human drama. Classical music continued its elegant soundtrack, oblivious to the human tension unfolding. Keanu's mind drifted to the countless challenges he'd faced, personal losses, media scrutiny, industry politics. This moment was just another test, another opportunity to demonstrate grace under pressure. Richard Henderson stepped closer, his corporate authority manifesting in every calculated movement. "Sir, we cannot have disruptions. Either provide identification or you'll need to leave." The smartphones continued recording. The lobby held its collective breath. Emily's triumph seemed complete, a young professional asserting control, protecting her territory, creating a spectacle of rejection. But beneath the surface, a transformation was brewing. The very foundations of this moment were about to shift in ways no one could anticipate. Keanu's hands remained perfectly still. His eyes, deep pools of understanding, revealed nothing of the internal storm. The Starlight Grand Hotel's lobby was a cathedral of corporate elegance, its design a meticulous blend of modern luxury and timeless sophistication. Massive floor-to-ceiling windows framed the unfolding drama, allowing afternoon light to cast long, dramatic shadows across the immaculate marble floor. Priceless artwork adorned the walls, silent witnesses to human interactions that ranged from the mundane to the extraordinary. Emily Thompson stood at the epicenter of this architectural marvel, her entire being radiating a sense of absolute control. Her platinum blonde hair pulled back in a severe bun, designer glasses perched precisely on her nose, she embodied the epitome of corporate precision. The young receptionist believed she was protecting the hotel's pristine reputation, completely unaware of the tsunami about to crash against her carefully constructed professional facade. A diverse group of witnesses surrounded the confrontation. Japanese tourists with high-end cameras, business executives in tailored suits, international travelers, all became unexpected audience members to this unexpected drama. Their smartphones were raised, capturing every nuanced moment, sensing the potential for a viral sensation. The hotel's ambient sounds created a surreal backdrop. Soft classical music drifted from hidden speakers, crystal chandeliers tinkled almost imperceptibly, the distant sound of luxury fountains providing a counterpoint to the rising tension. "Security will be here momentarily," Richard Henderson announced, the hotel's general manager positioning himself as the ultimate arbiter of the situation. His voice carried the weight of corporate authority, a carefully modulated tone designed to intimidate and control. Keanu's response was nothing short of extraordinary. Where another might have erupted in anger or frustration, he embodied a profound sense of calm. Years of personal tragedy, the loss of his daughter, the media scrutiny, profound personal struggles, had transformed potential rage into something far more powerful, absolute composure. Emily leaned forward, her manicured fingers tapping a staccato rhythm against the reception desk. Each tap was a declaration of power, a subtle demonstration of her perceived control. "Last chance," she said, her voice a razor-sharp instrument of humiliation. "Either prove your identity or leave." The security team approached, two massive men in crisp black uniforms, their presence a physical manifestation of corporate might. They moved with calculated precision, ready to remove the supposed imposter, their very bodies a weapon of institutional power. Around them, the hotel's architectural details seemed to bear witness. Massive crystal chandeliers cast intricate shadows, marble floors reflected the scene like a cold, unforgiving mirror. Every element of the hotel's luxurious design became a silent judge to this moment of human drama. A young businesswoman standing nearby recognized Keanu. She whispered excitedly to her colleague, her smartphone already capturing every moment. The potential for a viral sensation hung in the air, electric and anticipatory. Keanu's mind drifted through the landscape of his personal history. Each challenge, each moment of potential defeat, had been transformed into a lesson of resilience. The loss of his longtime girlfriend, the stillbirth of their child, years of media scrutiny, all had been crucibles that forged his extraordinary character. Richard Henderson stepped closer, his expensive Italian shoes clicking against the marble floor with military precision. "Sir," he said, his voice a mixture of warning and barely concealed disdain, "we take hotel security very seriously. Your continued presence is becoming a significant issue. The smartphones continued recording. Guests from various corners of the lobby leaned in, their collective breath suspended in anticipation. Social media was about to become a battleground of interpretation, each second potentially becoming a moment of digital immortality. Emily's triumph seemed complete. She had successfully challenged a potential imposter, demonstrated her unwavering commitment to the hotel's exacting standards. Her colleagues watched with a mixture of admiration and nervous anticipation, believing they were witnessing a perfect demonstration of corporate protocol. But beneath the surface, a transformation was brewing. The very foundations of this moment were about to shift in ways no one could anticipate. The security guards moved closer, their massive frames creating a physical threat. Emily's smile grew wider, believing her victory was imminent. Richard Henderson adjusted his expensive tie, preparing to witness the final act of removal. The lobby held its collective breath. Guests from various backgrounds became unwitting participants in this unexpected drama. The classical music continued its elegant soundtrack, oblivious to the human tension unfolding. Keanu remained a beacon of calm, absorbing the humiliation with a grace that seemed almost supernatural. Each moment of potential confrontation was met with profound stillness, a strategy born of years of personal and professional challenges. The moment hung suspended in time, a delicate crystal of tension ready to shatter. Emily Thompson's confidence radiated like a toxic perfume, her perfectly pressed white blouse and meticulously styled blonde hair a uniform of corporate superiority. The security guards stood poised, their massive frames creating a physical barrier of intimidation. Soft afternoon light filtered through the hotel's massive windows, casting long shadows across the marble floor. The lobby's sophisticated design, a blend of modern elegance and timeless luxury, seemed to hold its breath, anticipating the impending revelation. Suddenly, a soft vibration broke the silence. A sleek black smartphone emerged from Keanu's leather jacket, its screen illuminating the lobby with an unexpected glow. His fingers, strong, deliberate, swiped across the screen with a practiced motion. "I believe this might clarify things," Keanu said, his voice a gentle whisper that cut through the lobby's charged atmosphere. He extended the phone to Richard Henderson, revealing a series of documents. Corporate ownership papers, investment portfolios, and a detailed property manifest slowly came into view. The hotel's logo was prominently displayed among a list of multiple properties. Richard's eyes widened. His professional composure, carefully maintained like an expensive suit, began to crack, tiny fissures of panic spreading across his face. Beads of sweat formed on his forehead, betraying his internal turmoil. The documents told a story Emily and Richard had completely missed. The Starlight Grand Hotel wasn't just another property in a portfolio. It was a strategic investment, carefully selected and meticulously managed. And Keanu Reeves wasn't just a guest, he was the primary owner. A collective gasp rippled through the lobby. The Japanese tourists who had been filming earlier now pressed closer, their expensive cameras capturing every nuanced moment. Business executives, previously watching with casual interest, now leaned forward with intense concentration. Emily's perfect world began to crumble. Her manicured hand, moments ago tapping with such confidence, now trembled almost imperceptibly. The space between professional pride and absolute humiliation narrowed with each passing second. "Mr. Reeves," Richard stammered, his voice losing its earlier authority. We had no idea." The lobby's ambient sounds seemed to fade. The soft classical music, the distant fountain, the subtle hum of air conditioning, all became background to this extraordinary moment of human drama. Keanu's response was nothing short of extraordinary. Where another might have sought immediate retribution, he chose a path of profound humanity. "I'm not interested in punishment," he said softly. "I'm interested in understanding." His words hung in the air, heavy with meaning. Years of personal struggle, the loss of loved ones, media scrutiny, personal challenges, had taught him that true power lies not in revenge, but in compassion. Emily's colleagues watched with a mixture of shock and anticipation. The corporate hierarchy they had believed so unassailable now seemed fragile, built on assumptions and superficial judgments. "I want to understand why someone would feel the need to treat another human being with such systematic disrespect," Keanu continued. His voice carried no anger, only a profound curiosity that was almost more terrifying than rage. A corporate review was inevitable. But it wouldn't be a traditional punitive process. Keanu requested a comprehensive training program focusing on empathy, human dignity, and genuine customer service. The hotel's board would later describe it as the most transformative professional development initiative in their history. Emily would be required to undergo extensive training, not as a punishment, but as an opportunity for genuine personal growth. Weeks turned into months. The viral video of the interaction spread globally. Millions watched, not just a story of corporate drama, but a masterclass in human dignity. But the true twist, the moment that would shock everyone, was yet to come. 6 months after the incident, Emily discovered she was battling a serious personal health challenge. A rare form of cancer that would require extensive, expensive treatments. Medical bills threatened to destroy everything she had worked for, potentially derailing her entire career and personal life. An anonymous donor covered her entire medical treatment. The sum was substantial, millions of dollars, covering not just medical expenses but also providing a financial safety net for her recovery and future. It was Keanu. No publicity. No recognition. Just pure, unconditional compassion. The lobby of the Starlight Grand Hotel had witnessed more than a confrontation. It had been the stage for a profound human transformation, a testament to the power of dignity, understanding, and unexpected grace. Emily's transformation was remarkable. The aggressive facade crumbled, revealing a human being capable of profound reflection and change. Her interactions with guests transformed, becoming models of genuine hospitality and empathy. As for Keanu, he became something of a legend in hospitality circles. Not for wielding power, but for demonstrating how true leadership involves compassion, understanding, and the belief in human potential for growth. Years later, when asked about the incident, Keanu would simply smile. "Some stories," he would say, "are not about winning. They're about becoming more human." The Starlight Grand Hotel stood as a silent witness, a beautiful, elegant backdrop to a moment that would be remembered not for its drama, but for its profound humanity. Some stories transcend their immediate context. They become parables of hope, reminders that beneath our professional masks, our corporate hierarchies, and our carefully constructed personas, humanity always has the potential to shine through.